Welcome to my new video. Today I describe about the economic transformation of United Arab Emirates. Please continue this video and subscribe this channel. Let's start. A country with no income tax, expensive cars everywhere, huge malls and 7-star hotels. You must be thinking about Dubai. But do you know it wasn't always like this? In fact, the entire UAE was on the brink of bankruptcy just 25 years ago. And today, they're one of the richest countries in the world. So how did this even happen? Well, that is what we are going to find out in today's episode. It all started in the year 1960, when oil was discovered in the UAE. At that time, there were 7 separate emirates. The British were ruling over these emirates as part of the British Empire. The discovery of oil led to an increase in population as people from neighboring countries moved into the UAE in search of work. But there weren't many jobs at the beginning. Oil production started in the 1960s. But it took until 1971 for the oil fields to become fully operational. This caused an economic crisis in the UAE. The federal government had a lot of expenses, but almost no income. They were spending around $80 million every month while earning only $20 million per month. By 1974, the entire country was bankrupt. But then something incredible happened. Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed, who was the ruler of Abu Dhabi at that time, decided to invest the country's money into the development of Dubai. Now, this was a very popular decision because most people thought that investing money into a small fishing village was a bad idea. But Sheikh Khalifa knew that Dubai was strategically located near the Strait of Hormuz, which connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman. He also knew that this location would help Dubai to become a global trading hub in the future. So he kept investing money into Dubai, hoping that it would pay off someday. Meanwhile, other emirates didn't want to help Dubai. They felt that since Dubai had caused the crisis by recklessly spending money, they shouldn't help them. But Sheikh Khalifa ignored them and kept pouring money into Dubai. His investment included building the Jebel Ali port, which became one of the largest man-made harbors in the world. He also built airports and roads, not just for Dubai, but for the entire UAE. Back then, there weren't any domestic flights within the UAE. Traveling between emirates required a small plane or a boat. But once the airports were built, traveling became easier and domestic flights started to operate. His investments also helped Dubai to attract many multinational companies, and as the companies increased, so did the number of jobs. People from all over the world started moving into the UAE in search of these jobs. Today, Dubai is the most popular city in the UAE, with more than 80% of the country's population living there. It has the tallest building in the world, the largest shopping mall in the world, and it even has the world's first 7-star hotel. So you must be thinking that the UAE became rich because of oil, right? Well, not exactly. The thing is, their oil reserves were never very big. If you compare the oil reserves of the UAE with other oil-rich countries, you will see that it is much smaller. Saudi Arabia alone has 10 times more oil than the entire UAE. So why is the UAE so rich today? Well, the answer to this question can be found in this picture. When Sheikh Khalifa invested into the UAE, he didn't just focus on infrastructure development. He also focused on education and healthcare. He built some of the best universities in the Middle East and provided free healthcare to all citizens. As a result, life expectancy increased from 60 to 70 for between 1970 and 2018. If you compare this with other Gulf countries, you will see that they have similar healthcare systems, but their citizens still have lower life expectancies. That is because these countries have invested more into oil production rather than their people. So the reason for the UAE's wealth is not oil, but the vision of one man who saw the potential of Dubai and invested his country's money into it. But after Sheikh Khalifa's death in 2022, the UAE has been struggling. The new leadership doesn't seem to be interested in investing in Dubai anymore. Instead, they're focusing on making Abu Dhabi a global tech hub. As a result, Dubai's economy has slowed down and many companies are shifting to other cities such as Mumbai and Singapore. If you ask me, I think the UAE made the right decision by investing in human capital instead of oil. Yes, oil made them rich, but it is the educated and skilled population that turned the UAE into a global business hub. But now that the UAE is shifting its focus away from Dubai, I am not sure if they will be able to maintain their status as a global business hub. Speaking of global business hubs, India is trying to become one, but it is facing stiff competition from countries such as Vietnam, Indonesia, and the Philippines. To learn more about this, watch this video. Thank you for watching.